Good morning, Quinn. Let's start by singing your song. Good morning, Quinn. Good morning, Quinn. Good morning, Quinn. I am so glad you're here. Today, we are going to learn about the letter N, which makes the N sound, as in nose or needle that people sew with. We're also going to talk about triangles. Tri means three, and a triangle has 3 points or angles. Makes sense. And we're going to continue to learn about moms. We're celebrating our moms. We just had Mother's Day last weekend, and so it's a good time to celebrate your mom. Let's start this morning with our Days of the Week song. Can you help me sing it? You ready? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today is Thursday. When we spell Thursday, Thursday. Thursday. The month is May, and it's the 13th, which is a 1 and a 3 right next to each other. All right, so before we talk about the letter N, let's sing our ABCs. You ready to sing A, you're adorable? A, you're adorable. B, oh, you're beautiful. C, you're a cutie full of charm. D means you're darling, and E, so exciting, and F, you are a feather in my arms. G, you look good to me. H, oh, you're heavenly. I, you are the one I idolize. J, we're like Jack and Jill. K, you're so kissable. L is a love light in your eyes. How about M, N, O, P? I could go on all day. Q, R, S, T, alphabetically speaking, you're okay. You made my life complete. V, oh, you're very sweet. W, X, Y, Z, or Z. It's fun to wander through the alphabet with you to tell you what you mean to me. Our letter today is the letter N, which, when you're writing it, takes 3 lines. One straight line going up and down, the other diagonal, which means slightly going that way, and then another one that's up and down or vertical. That's the letter N. You can see there's a V in it, right? All right, N makes the N sound, as in nest. Have you seen any nests at your house with little baby eggs in them? Birds are making nests for their new babies now. As in nuts. That's the lowercase n up top. Nuts. Do you like peanuts and walnuts? Well, all kinds of nuts. They start with the letter N. Now, the shape we were learning about is the triangle. There it is. Can you make a triangle with your fingers? Like that? That's a triangle. We see the triangle around us sometimes. Do you ever eat pizza with your family? Well, when you take out a piece of pizza, it looks like a triangle. And when you are at your grandmother and grandfather's house, I think they have a pool table. Have you ever seen the balls together like this in that triangle that they use to gather all the balls together before they play? That's a triangle too. Okay, so that's the letter N. You know, we have moms and they're very special to us. Animals have moms too, right? So here is the mother sheep, and she has 1 baby lamb. Here is the mother cow, and she has 2 baby calves. Here is the mother pig, and she has 3 baby piglets. Here is the mother horse, and she has 4 baby foals. Here's a mother dog, and she has 5 baby puppies. This is a mother duck, and she has 6 baby ducklings. Here's a mother cat, and she has 7 baby kittens. And here is a mother hen, and she has 8 baby chicks. All those babies love their mama. Wonder if they sing a song like this too. There is a person I love so, and mommy is her name. Oh, M-O-M-M-Y, 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 and mommy is her name. Oh, there is a person I love so, and mommy is her name. Oh, O-M-M-Y, 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 and mommy is her name. Oh, there is a person I love so, and mommy is her name. Oh, M-M-Y, 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 and mommy is her name. Oh, there is a person I love so, and mommy is her name. Oh, M-Y, 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 and mommy is her name. Oh, there is a person I love so, and mommy is her name. Oh, why, and mommy is her name. Oh, there is a person I love so, and mommy is her name. Oh, and mommy is her name. Oh. Our first book today is called I Love You More. It's a funny book because in it, as we read, you'll see there's going to come a point where I have to turn it upside down, and this is called a flip-sided book. The love that never ends. You ready? Walking outdoors one day, a little boy turned to his mother and asked, "Mommy, just how much do you love me?" I was surprised at the question, but with no delay, she replied with a smile. "I love you higher than the highest bird ever flew. I love you taller than the tallest tree ever grew. I love you longer than the longest path ever wound. I love you prettier than the prettiest flower ever found. I love you mightier than the mightiest wind that ever blew. I love you fuller than the fullest moon you ever knew." That's a lot of love. I love you brighter than the brightest star that's ever shone. I love you more, so much more than you've ever known. Then she wrapped her arms around him with all the love that she had, and she felt it all surround him. And then he gently whispered, "Know what, Mommy? I love you more. I love you more than anything in the whole wide world. I love you more than anything in the whole wide world. I love you taller than the tallest giraffe ever grown. I love you more, so much more than you've ever known." Then he wrapped his arms around her with all the love that he had, and she felt it surround her when she gently whispered, "Know what? I love you more. I love you sweeter than the sweetest song ever sung. I love you higher than the highest swing ever swung. I love you freer than the freest kite ever flown. I love you bigger than the biggest bubble ever blown. I love you further than the furthest frog ever leaped. I love you quieter than the quietest caterpillar ever creeped." Walking outdoors one day, a mother turned to her son and said, "So just how much do you love me?" Ready for the question, the little boy took her hand and began again. I think they continued to talk about how much they love each other. Well, one way you can tell your mom how much you love her is by singing a song. And I heard that she sings this song to you, but you can switch the words so now you can sing it to her. You ready? I love you, Mommy, oh yes I do. I love nobody else like I love you. When I'm not with you, I'm blue. Oh, Mommy, I love you. You know that song, don't you? Our last book today, Quinn, is called Love You Forever. This is a book that's very special to me. Nana gave this book to your uncle, Uncle Joe, my husband, and the father of our children, on his first Father's Day. Love you forever. Okay. A mother held her new baby and slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Well, that baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled off the books off the bookshelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. But at night, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Well, that little boy grew. He grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. And he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room and crawled across the floor and looked up over the side of the bed. And if he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. That boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. And he had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. Sometimes the mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. And if he was really asleep, she would pick up that great big boy and she rocked him back and forth, back and forth. And when she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and he got a house. He bought a house right across town. But sometimes, on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. What is she going to do? If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. And if that great big man was really asleep, she would pick him up and rocked him back and forth and back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. He's getting older and she's getting older. Well, that mother, she did get older. She got older and older. And one day she called up her son and said, you better come see me because I'm very old and I'm very sick. So her son came to come to see her. When he came to the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. But she couldn't finish because she was too old and too weak. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth. And he sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. I wonder what he's thinking about. Then he came into the room where he had a very new baby daughter, and she was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby will be. I love that book. Okay. Well, Quinn, we've had so much fun this week celebrating moms and learning about the letters N and M and the triangle shape. Let's sing our goodbye song. Can you sing it with me? Bye bye Quinn, bye bye Quinn, bye bye Quinn, I am so glad you came. See you next time.